a young, ambitious organisation. You've made some impact already, and you and I have discussed the fact that OAL is getting its name out there. It's well recognised. It's a go-to organisation, particularly for the sectors that you operate in. And if you think about those particular sectors, you are seen as the lead organisation. In terms of delving into the journey which we'll go into. Prior to this, you were also working for another awarding organisation, NOCN Group, which the similarities is a charity. It's a charitable-based organisation, but they're sort of specialists in a slightly different field. If you start thinking about NOCN, you start thinking construction a bit more than maybe this particular sector that you're in. But I'm sure there's been learnings from the previous role where you were group. So deputy managing director, you then moved from that deputy managing director role to a CEO role of a set-up organisation, whereas NOCN is probably more established a little bit because it's been going a little bit longer, and especially so how was that transition? Because you've been in a role, if again correct me if I'm wrong, nearly 4 years now, nearly 4 years, but prior to that, your sort of apprenticeship in terms of getting into the CEO role was that deputy MD type role. How was that transition for you?
I think the transition was interesting from the point of view of NOCN's quite a big company, and very like the previous two training providers I worked for. They were big companies as well. When I worked for Interserve Learning and Employment as Director of Quality and Curriculum, that was a very big company. We had over 7,000 apprentices there and over 10,000 learners on other programmes, employability and workforce development programmes. And before that, I was at A4E, that also had a similar diverse portfolio. And the one thing I took from those bigger organisations was the need to have a very strong team, to make sure that you've developed a team that can do the various roles that you need them to do in your organisation. Because if you're going to build a small organisation into a bigger organisation, you've got to get the right team around you. You've got to develop that team and trust in that team to support you in growing and developing the business, but also to ensure you have a diverse range of people involved in the organisation. And the learning you take from the other places that you work is, what worked well in those organisations and what can you use in your organisation? How might you structure it? So you think about what worked in the structure of those organisations, what worked in terms of the different roles they had people doing, how well did they engage with their customers? The one question I asked when I went to OAL of my team was, there's 200 endpoint assessment organisations out there.
Yeah.
Why choose us?
Yeah.
Why would you come to us? Because although we did some standards that nobody else was approved for, not all the standards on our list are we the only endpoint assessment organisation for. So what makes us special?
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.